Hi guys.
Hey everybody, welcome to Highlight Heroes, the fantastic interview and mini painting show, right, Parker?
Mm-hmm.
I asked you the moment you put a cup to your mouth.
You did.
Because I'm an ass, and I'm sorry. No. I'm the worst. Hey, guess who our guest is? Do you want to introduce them, Parker?
Wait, who's our guest?
You. Cloudykate our guest.
You
want to tell everybody who you are and where they can find you, Kate?
I am Kate. You can find me on the social medias at Cloudykate of some sort of that because it's different on everything. Because I hate you guys. Mostly Cloudykate cosplay on Instagram and Cloudykate cos on Twitter. Cloudy.Kate on.
Yeah.
This is the best thing I've ever witnessed.
It's not. I was like, not Twitch. I also have a Twitch. It's there. Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Thank you, Senpai Cucumber.
And they could see you here as well all this week.
All week I'll be here. You guys ain't getting rid of me.
That's right. We're graced by your presence.
Yes, I'll be on Evers and Cosplay Ground later this week. So
yes.
Oh, those are going to be good. Well, we'll do a few quick announcements, and then we're going to get right into the nitty gritty of talking about painting and finding out all your deepest, darkest secrets, which is definitely what we talk about. But announcements first, Parker. What do you got?
It's my turn. Okay, so scheduling. So as Kate just mentioned, we have Evers changing arena again on Wednesday, February 17th at 7 p.m. Kate will be in there with a couple of friends. We're DM'd by Commune this week. Then we have our standard weekly programming, Off the Rails, February 19th, Conundrum Company, February 20th. And then we have our February episode of Cosplay Ground, DM'd by Sarah's Coffee on the 21st. You guys can check the social media. It'll be going up tomorrow if you need a reminder on any of those. And just so you guys know, Conundrum Company is giving Josh a week off next weekend. So catch us this weekend, and then we'll see about getting a recap video up for you guys that want to catch up on the campaign.
Yeah. Woo.
That's all I got.
Thanks, Parker. Well, all of our awesome programming that Parker just listed off, you could not watch without our fantastic sponsors, the first of whom is Skull Splitter Dice. Guys, Skull Splitter Dice, they sponsor a giveaway here on the channel that you can get in on during our campaigns, during the breaks, a monthly giveaway for some very cool stuff. But you know, if you're not here for that, you should still go check out their products, because if you are a dice goblin and like really cost-effective solutions to very large number of dice, then you need to check out Skull Splitter, because they are amazing. They are very, very good. We love them very much. Their name is also just super metal. And it makes me happy. And of course, second sponsor is our good friends at Gooey Cube. Gooey Cube, they make all that D&D 5e supplemental material for game masters to use in their games. It is packaged art, character sheets, all the rules you need, an entire world pre-built for you, and you can check out that information at their storefront to get yourself your own copy. We've played Gooey Cube and we really like it and really support it. We have a haberdashery if you want to buy a hat, which you can get at the link over there. I'm not going to rattle on about that. I'm going to get right into the most important thing, which is this month's charity. Guys, this month we'd like to focus our attention and efforts towards highlighting the American Civil Liberties Union, the ACLU. The ACLU has been at the center of nearly every major civil liberties battle in the U.S. for over 100 years. This vital work depends on the support of the ACLU members in all 50 states and beyond. Given the political climate over the last 4 years and before, given the historic context of this nation, we would love to see y'all donating to the ACLU. It is critically important, and the work they do is very important. So please go out there before doing anything else. If you want to spend some money, that is the place to do it. And with that, announcements are over. And that means questions, Kate.
Ooh. Questions.
So we're going to start off. Before we do that, you know what we forgot to do? Show our freaking minis, man.
Oh, yeah. I started painting mine pre-stream because,
like a wise person. What do you got for us?
I've got a mimic. A cute little mimic.
Look at that baby.
Very cute.
So I'm embarrassed. We appear to be wearing the same dress today, Kate. I'm sorry that I did this. An upper camera, you can look. We added a new camera there, just to see if we could do it. But I'm sorry, we're wearing the same dress, but it's gonna be good. We're gonna twin.
Is one of us gonna have to change, or are we going full in twinsies?
Let's I mean, we've got Parker and I are twins now. You and I are twins. We're just a family now at this point. This is good.
That's how it works.
Parker, what do you got?
I made an oopsie, and I tried to use a different brand of mini, and the priming sucked, so I started painting it before, so I lost my dragon. So I'm painting this tiny little pixie that I had from a set.
That's so cute.
So it just is little.
That's gonna. I can't wait to see. I know Parker is a bigger fan of the monsters.
I am.
I wanna see a cute.
I like
mini.
big minis.
All right.
As someone who repeatedly said how much she does not enjoy tiny minis.
Now you're stuck with a tiny mini.
I am. It's all I had left. I've made a terrible mistake.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god!
Oh my
Tam Cat,
goodness,
thank you
look at
for
all
all of those gifted
Thank you,
subs.
thank you.
You are
Yeah.
amazing. Very much appreciate you. All right. So, with that, now is question time. I promise I've not forgotten anything else. And the first question pertains to your mini. Kate, how much mini painting experience you got?
About this much.
1 inch worth.
So I
Itty-bitty.
have never painted minis before. It's something I was like, I don't need to do that. I always kind of wanted to secretly, hush hush. And then I got invited on here, and it was like, I need a mini, and so I got a mini, and I didn't do any research. The most research I've done is watching this show. And I was like, I'm gonna just go for it. I got some paints, I got some brushes, and I got a mini. So what can go wrong?
Well, you know, you hit the ground running, and I like the attitude because everyone's always like, I can't paint minis, and guess what? Everyone can.
Oh, I know I
paint
can't.
minis. You
Do you see-
can.
okay,
You
this-
can.
There's yellow teeth
are
grime all up on this
actively-
dude's gums.
You are actively
Brown
painting it.
one.
I mean-
I am painting it.
The nice thing about paint is you could just put more paint over it if you screw up. So you know
Exactly.
It's true.
what? You know,
I don't have any of the proper mini painting like brushes or paints, so I'm just kind of
accoutrements.
going for it. I just got the brown wood color on the yellow teeth, and like, you know what? I smudged it. Now he's got extra grimy teeth. So
Yep.
I mean, you've seen the fancy minis I produce, but do you see the mess that is the side of this guy right now? I can't find my camera. Do you see all that
Oh, yeah.
smudge? So don't feel guilty. Don't be too
Yeah.
worried about getting in the lines when you start.
Oh,
You'll
I'm
be
not.
fine.
I'm Bob Rossing it over here.
Yeah,
There
that's
are no
right.
mistakes. Only happy acts.
Happy
Only
accidents.
happy little grimy mimic teeth.
That's right. That's right. Oh. All right. Well, Parker, I think that means it's time for the real questions.
It is time for the real questions. The first one being, how did you get into D&D?
Okay. So once upon a time, it was 2017. I was in Florida, and there was a hurricane named Irma coming for us, straight for us. And I looked at my friends and I went, huh. And then my friend went, because I was actually working for Disney at this time. I was living in the Disney College Program housing. I had these friends that all lived in this one apartment together. There was like 8 guys, and I was friends with all of them, constantly over at their house. I was like, guys, I kind of don't want to stay with my roommates for the entire extended weekend, locked in the apartment with them. Can I come hang with you? And so I packed up a overnight bag, and I went to their apartment, and for 3 straight days, we played Dungeons and Dragons.
This
There
is
was a bit
wonderful
of
story.
intoxication involved. I barely remember any of it. All I remember is there's an elephant in the campaign. I played a Triton Ranger, whose name was Calypso. She was really cool. We just had fun. Woke up, started playing D. Went to bed. Woke up, started playing D&D again for like 3 straight days. And I loved it because it was something I'd always wanted to do since I was in like middle or high school, especially since pretty early on when the first arc of the Adventure Zone was on, I had started listening to it.
Balance, yeah.
Yeah, when Balance was on, I had started listening to it because all my friends were into it, and then I was like, wow, I really need to play this now. And then when the invitation to play for 3 straight days during a hurricane came up, I took it and ran and haven't looked back since.
Oh.
And here you are.
This is an
Yeah.
amazing origin story for D&D. I'd also like to ask you a question. You were at the Disney World DCP during that hurricane.
Yes. Yeah.
So was I.
2017. Wait, all 2017?
I left in January of 2017 So I
Okay,
was
so I didn't-
that first hurricane, and then I was going right before that.
I was fall 17, so
Yeah.
I started in
So we
August
missed
and
each
we
other.
went. We just missed each other. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Wait, what was your role? I have to ask.
I was I worked at the Emporium. Yeah.
I was a lifeguard at Pop Century, so
Oh, nice.
yeah. I was supposed to go back this past August, and I got merch, and I was like praying that I didn't get the Emporium. I was like, anything but the Emporium.
Oh, I loved the Emporium. I lived and breathed the Emporium, and it's also probably why I have a horrible sleep schedule now and stay up until 5 o'clock in the morning and have never recovered.
That is very fair.
So, but it's wonderful. Anyway, continuing on, Josh.
Away from Disney.
No,
bad.
talk more while I attempt to find the paint I want. I've got it. Never mind. I'm back. I'm here. Okay, so this origin story is insane. 3 days straight of D&D is a dream, I feel like.
I remember none of it. I was very intoxicated the entire time. It was like every stereotypical first D&D game. There was one guy who kept going off on it, like on his own and just
lone wolfing. Yeah.
Lone wolfing. There was another guy that just was arguing with all of us, so the rest of us banded together and killed his character. We kept arguing. We somehow joined a band of rebels, and we were like, "We'll only help you if you get us an elephant." Then we all started making elephant sounds, like waving our pretend trunks in the DM's face.
So it was chaos, the best kind of chaos.
The most chaotic thing ever, and it was beautiful, and I cannot be more grateful for it.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. Okay. So given this experience now, you've had a few years playing. Mm-hmm. What's your favorite class to play?
Rogue all the way. Okay. I've actually only played one rogue. Might be playing another. So
dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. I've only actually played a swashbuckler rogue, but it is my favorite. I don't know why. Maybe I was a pirate kid growing up. I wasn't a Greek mythology kid. I wasn't an Egyptian kid. I was a pirate kid. I love swashbuckler rogues.
Good on you.
And I just think they're a lot of fun. I love the versatility of rogues. All the different new subclasses, especially the ones from Tasha's. The new rogue subclasses were really cool. And I can't wait to get my hands on one of them maybe later. So yeah, that being said, if you would have asked me a year ago, I would have said Bard without any question, without blinking an eye. But
really? So it's changed.
I have been converted.
It's funny how that goes too.
Fair.
Because that's a very like, I know we don't get that answer a lot, but it's a very real answer. It's like, I used to like, and now the current flavor is, right?
The flavor of the week.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was just I love playing charismatic characters, and the swashbuckler kind of falls into that because charisma is, honestly, their secondary stat specifically for swashbucklers. So, getting to play the super sneaky, sly character.
What? You like playing charismatic characters? I would never have guessed it.
Yeah, actually, I just realized the swashbuckler that I'm talking about. I was played on Twee the first time I was on Twee. Astro Delma Barbarossa.
That was for Evers? No,
it was the Dance with the Devils.
Yes.
Little thing. I played her because she's my favorite character.
I remember the Dance with the Devils.
Full circle.
Ugh, and here we still are, still going.
Yep, you guys haven't gotten rid of me yet somehow.
We never will. You're stuck with us. Ha-ha!
Yeah.
I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me. Okay, sorry.
We're both trapped in here with Parker.
We're both trapped together, yeah. Poor Parkers.
Feel a little more trapped at the moment. No, I'm kidding. So, moving on to the next question. Do you have a favorite race to play?
Okay, so again, if you would have asked me a year ago, I would have said half. No questions. Specifically because half-elves lend themselves very well to charismatic characters. They get that charisma bonus. They get that, like, you can pick 2 other bonuses you want. Yeah. I just think they're cool aesthetic-wise because they're, like, elves, edgy, half-sister, which is literally in the name. Anyway, but now I definitely find myself playing Genasi a lot and Eladrins because they're, like, elves, but more colorful. I like blue. I like making my characters have blue skin, and Genasi and Eladrin lend themselves to that. Yep. So I also just think they're cool. The idea of being inherently tied to another plane of existence, I think, is something that I'm drawn to with the Eladrin, with the elemental planes, and then Eladrin with the Feywild, and then Genasi with the elemental planes. I love that.
Yeah, that's their racials are really good too. Like they're a lot of, it just adds so much flavor, like just out of the gate.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's like with my Eladrin I could be like, oh, she's not a summer Eladrin anymore. She's an orange.
I've
She's
changed.
orange now.
I'm complex.
I got bored of her aesthetic. Now she's new.
So, you kind of told us your favorite class. Is there a class you haven't played that you want to play next, or a class you'd like to revisit?
So I keep saying I'm gonna play a paladin because A, charisma, and B, I think they're cool. I just can't find an Eladrin that I want to play, if that makes any sense. Like, I can't think of a character that not an Eladrin, a paladin. All these words sound way too similar.
They really do.
Christian D&D. I can't think of a paladin that I want to play. Maybe I could see a vengeance paladin that I'd want to do. I'm just not very much one to play the goody two-shoes type of character, which a lot of paladins seem like they are. Someone that's super into a god and fighting and doing good.
All of that jazz.
And all that jazz. So I keep saying I'm going to. Maybe eventually I will. Otherwise, I just really want to play a barbarian. I just want to go for it one day and just lash out.
They're
Get
great.
to have fun whacking things.
A big barbarian fan myself. Turn brain off, hit thing hard. No expectation.
I didn't think I'd like melee classes as much as I do. But here we are.
Melee is absolutely my ballpark. I'm a real big fan of it. I don't know why. Okay.
But then the whole other rest of the party goes off swinging spells and you're like, I have a stick I can jab you with, or there's something in the air and you're like, my sword doesn't reach. I'm gonna just
will
stand here.
throw myself.
Yeah. Also, it makes you get a bit more creative. So.
Yeah. It is.
Do you have a race that you haven't tried that you want to try yet?
Half orc. I don't know how I haven't played a half orc yet. I think they're really cool, and the fact that you can go down and just go no. Call an ambulance, but not for me, and come back up with 1 hit point. I enjoy
Psych.
that, and it lends itself well to melee classes,
It really does.
which I am discovering I enjoy. So I will play a half orc. I will rip myself away from Genasi and Eladrin and play a half orc at some point.
Okay. That's valid. That's a good. I mean, that's always a cool reason too. There's a lot of good lore behind the half orcs as well.
Also, I try to play something. I tell myself I try to play something new every time I make a character. I just keep falling back. So next time I'm gonna do it.
I mean, the beauty of D&D is it's not going anywhere. That's for certain.
That's true.
You got your chances yet. We'll make sure of it. Okay. So you've kind of shared your class you want to try, classes that you really enjoy. Is there a least favorite class?
A warlock.
You don't like warlocks? Okay.
I don't either.
really like warlocks thematically. I had this great, awesome warlock that I was so excited to play. I had her backstory. I barely knew her backstory, though. I handed the DM something, and I was like, I don't want to know any of this. Go for it. She was a great old one, Pact of the Tome warlock. I don't want to know who her patron is. I don't know the stuff that she forgot. You feed it to me as you wish. And he did, and it was great. But then I played her. Like, as I was playing her, I was just not happy with the play.
I had a very similar experience with the first warlock that I played, which I was like, I love this thought. I don't like only having 2 spells.
Yeah, and it was very upsetting
sucks.
because I was so excited to play it, and then I did, and I was like, oh, that's it. Huh.
Yeah, you're like, I have 2 spells, and I'm almost as squishy as the bard over there that has
Yeah.
a lot more.
I guess I'll cast Eldritch Blast again.
Yeah, I guess. It's like being a cleric with a really cheap parent.
Yeah. It's like, wait, can we time out on this combat? I can do a ritual with the Pact of the Tome. So just time out, like 10 minutes, quick water break, use the bathroom, just refresh yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
I brought orange slices, and then we'll go again. Like,
Oh. Okay,
No,
okay.
I don't like
Not a
warlocks
warlock
either.
fan. That's I see a lot of similarities between my dear friend Parker here and you.
Do you have a race that you did not enjoy? That you have played and did not like, or one that just doesn't interest you and you don't have any interest in playing?
I have no interest in playing a human. That being said, I have made a human character just because it worked well for what I wanted for the concept-wise. I didn't like it. I'm a human right now, maybe. I don't want to be one and pretend in a pretend game where I can be a bird person, or I can be a fish person, or I can be a cow person, or a lizard person. Why would I want to be a human? That's so boring. Also, Goblin. I really enjoyed playing a Goblin, but I did a fun voice for it, and it made my throat hurt for a couple days. So maybe Goblin, but with a high British accent. I'm a refined Goblin.
Fancy Goblin, yes.
I'm a fancy Goblin, you see? I'm wearing my knickerbockers today.
Okay.
So maybe my answer is just human.
I want to meet this goblin.
The Goblin is a sorcerer.
It's perfect.
And super, super fancy. And always wears glasses, but the glasses are fake. They're like the fantasy equivalent of blue light glasses.
I love that.
Oh my gosh. All right, Parker, I think it's you now, boss.
I just picked one.
Didn't oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
I think I just offended
you know what?
all the British people in the chat.
I'm just painting here. I'm too distracted. I apologize, Parker. Okay, so your least favorite race. You know, you've been in like the D&D content creation realm for a while now. Like, what's your origin story there? How'd you get into the actual content creation element of it all?
TikTok? I think. I don't know. I had a TikTok, and then I realized how I can make D&D jokes, and I made one August of 2019 using an audio from It's Always Sunny. It's the I'm the Trash Man, and it went viral and made it into a couple of YouTube compilations, and people kept sending me those, and I went, what? And then I realized I could make more jokes, and none of them did as well as that one.
Well, but you've been cosplaying and everything as well, right? Like,
yeah. So cosplay also. One of the first things I did, literally the first thing I did on TikTok, was a Jester cosplay test. And that is actually where I met you, Josh. I edited one of your Caleb videos.
Woo!
And we became friends.
Good time.
It's like the origin story for every Critical Role cosplayer that's ever known Josh.
Yeah,
so
it's
one
like,
time I duetted your Caleb.
I should put him back on one day.
You should.
You should.
One day it'll happen.
Say the two jesters in this conversation.
You should also put Percy on again, just saying.
Yes. Also that.
One day.
Says the two Vexalios.
Yeah. You should also do that. Cosplay for us, Josh. Go.
Yes.
I've been useless recently.
Cosplay monkey, do your cosplay.
Hold on, let's go back to your amazing cosplay career though. Let's look at me deflecting. Hwah! Hwah!
Yeah, so cosplay.
Tell us more about your jester, your Vexalia.
Okay, so cosplay started back when I was a wee lad of 15 in the Homestuck days. We'll skip forward a couple years.
Homestuck,
Talk
wow!
about those days. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we're just gonna fast forward.
People say Homestuck, and every cosplayer's like, oh.
And then
you could learn a lot by what you were or were not in the Homestuck days.
I was a Vriska cosplayer, and a Vriska apologist, and an RNA cosplayer, and an RNA apologist. So, for any of you former Homestucks out there, or current, apparently it's still around. So, I had sworn off body paint after those days. It's like, I'm never gonna do it, never gonna do it. And at the time, I had been dating this guy who really wanted to cosplay Ford. And he broke me down and convinced me to cosplay Jester. Wow. And we went to a con that was in Atlantic City and on the beach. So I was like, fine, but I'm not doing the whole thing. I don't feel like making that. So we did these like cute little vacation outfits with Hawaiian shirts and swimsuits and whatnot. And it was really cute.
It was really cute.
And then my current partner, Mike, I guess, who is actually here in the chat. Hey, Mike.
Hi!
told me he was building a Caleb cosplay, and within minutes I was like, okay, well now I have to build Jester. And this was before we even officially dating. I was like, screw it, I'm building Jester.
I'm doing it.
I'm doing it. And then I just went full throttle on that. Oh wait, but Vexalia was first, I think. Vexalia was New York Comic Con 2018, and I did that for. No. Jester was first. No. Yes. I don't know. Time has no meaning.
Yeah,
I did Jester. I did Jester, and then I did Vexalia, but because I was really sick leading up to it, and I was in college, so I had all these finals and or midterms. I was really sick, and I was building my ex's Ford cosplay, but then I got to meet Laura and Travis in Vexalia. It was really cool.
That is cool.
So they were at New York Comic Con. She complimented me, so it made everything all right.
No, those are the best.
Valid.
Mm-hmm. Oh no! It was 2019, right before COVID. It was pre-COVID.
Time is a mess.
The
It's
before
so
times.
confusing.
The before times, because I was low-key think I had COVID before New York Comic Con because I was really sick.
You're like,
Mm-hmm.
Before we knew.
Before we knew.
Before our nation was thrown into
Mythador, it was
disarray.
New York Comic Con. I am New York based, and I go to New York Comic Con every year, or when it's running, I do.
Yeah.
Yes,
When
wise
it-
not to be there now.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna go to the Javits Center myself right now in full out cosplay and
Stand there in the cold by
say I'm
yourself.
there for New York Comic Con. It's okay. New Yorkers have seen weirder.
That's fair, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting close. We've got one more question that I know Parker's going to ask here in a second. But
Oh.
just before we go further, chat, get your questions ready. And if you want us to ask them, the easiest way to do that is to get them highlighted with your channel points. If you can't highlight them because you don't have any channel points, trust me, one of our amazing community members will... Kate! One of our amazing community members will likely highlight it for you and attribute the question to you. But we just do the highlight ones because it's easy for us to see, and there's a lot going on when we're trying to paint and interact with our amazing friends. So,
Yes. Final question, and I feel like we got into a little bit of this, but what is your biggest hobby outside of D&D?
Okay, so yeah, definitely cosplaying. I'm taking a little break right now because I just did level 20 Vexalia, and
So
that
good.
kind of
Was good.
went. Oh, thank you.
oh my god.
And it kind of it took a lot of energy, so I'm taking a little break. Usually, I'm working on something because it's good to keep my hands busy. I was a theater major focusing in costuming. I plan to get my master's in costume design when the world is okay. So definitely costuming is my thing. And that also leads into theater. I don't know if I'd consider theater a hobby anymore since it's kind of my career path. It's not really a hobby, it's a job at this point. But I love it and I love doing it. So theater and cosplaying definitely what I love to do.
That's
And
nice.
definitely what you'll see me doing the most.
Wow. Okay. So you're planning to go back then after all said and done?
Yeah. The plan was always to take about 2 years off after I got my bachelor's, after I got my first degree. Take a break, save up money, do an internship, which isn't happening right now. Theater doesn't exist.
Yep.
Ugh, that's rough.
And build up my portfolio. So I'm just building up my portfolio by cosplaying. So,
For sure.
and then going back and getting my master's, which hopefully can happen. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not pretending to know what life has in store anymore. So.
It
That's
is
a
really
mood.
a mood.
Yep. All
Hard
I
to
know is
plan.
tomorrow I gotta go to work. I gotta make dinner and do laundry. Those are my life plans.
Yep.
Hashtag goals.
Yep.
Oh,
I will ask questions because I don't have much to paint right now.
you're the best.
So, Micah, I guess, said no question. Just wanted to say I like your minis. So there you go. Highlighted and everything.
Thanks, Mike.
Mythalidor says, if you could cast Find Familiar in real life, what would your familiar be?
Is the cat basic?
No, because I think Josh's is also a cat.
Because the thing is, I'm a dog person. I love dogs. I would not want a dog familiar. That's just a lot of work. I can barely take care of myself. And I know it's like a fey, whatever, dog, but I would feel bad not doing anything with it. And like sending it away, a cat, I can be like, all right, shoo, and it can go.
Go be
Otherwise, maybe
self-dependent.
like something ridiculous, like a guinea pig. I
guinea
can. Do you
pig.
remember that movie?
I like
Sky
it.
High?
Yes, that's
The girl
immediately where
who
my
can
brain
turn it-
went.
The girl
Yeah.
who can turn into a guinea pig and then it like goes in the ducts and like, the wires and everything. That could actually be pretty useful.
What movie is this?
Sky
Sky
High.
High. It's
Oh.
it's a Disney Channel original movie. It's a.
It ended up in
it's-
theaters.
Did it? I don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I saw it
was-
in theaters at one point.
I was young. I just remember being obsessed with it.
War
Where
and
they
Peace.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
They go to a high school meant for the children of superhero, or like people with superpowers, and the main kid. It's basically like an Up and Away ripoff. Do you remember that, DCOM?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
It was good. It was a good one.
Yeah.
I clearly missed this benchmark in popular culture.
Yes.
It's fair.
Once again, my ignorance is on display.
Oh, Gothstalgia just compared Sky High to My Hero Academia, and that was very
Yes.
accurate.
Very
actually.
true.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. So, the main girl was a Poison Ivy ripoff, though.
Yep.
Ha!
Yep.
That's
She wasn't
perfect.
even cool.
Oh, that's less perfect.
Just a Singing Geek asked if you had to choose a class for yourself in real life, what would it be, and would you multi-class?
I have thought about this so much. So, a bunch of friends and I one time took this super extensive test,
I remember this.
right? That was supposed to, yeah, I'm pretty sure you were in on that.
Yeah, I remember.
And it
this.
told me I was a wild magic sorcerer. And at the time, I was like, what? I hate sorcerers. But then I read into wild magic and I went, oh, yeah, that makes a little sense.
How dare you call me out like this, quiz?
Yeah, and so I would kind of ping myself for a wild magic sorcerer just because if any of you, I mean, it's me as a person. I consider myself a pretty chaotic being. The head nods. Otherwise, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
You're a wild magic surge when you come into chat sometimes. There's just this explosion of Kate for 10 minutes and then it sweeps out.
Yeah.
To do something else.
Every time I've ever been in a Discord call with Kate, it's, hey, I'm here to say hi. There's a lot of you here, so just like, hey, what's up? I'm gonna go now.
Bye.
And I was like, bye, Kate.
Okay, that
Nice
also
to meet
has
you.
to do with anxiety. I can't
Yeah.
handle being in calls with a lot of people because there's just a lot of voice coming from a lot of directions, and that's a lot to
I
process.
mean, yeah, if you ever watch Josh or I in Discord calls, there's at least 10 minutes where one of us is dissociating.
Yeah, it's total mood.
Yeah, I usually leave before I dissociate, and then after I hit end, I sit there and go for a few minutes.
Just
Yeah,
stare
that's
into
a
the
lot.
void.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
It's-
trade-off on who messages who in our
Mhm.
group to be like, you good? Are you just
You just
you just there?
What's up? There's this weird element of like being a performer but an introvert.
Yeah, it's like I got into Twitch streaming, and then I was like, yeah, this is awesome. I can play games, I can hang out with. I realized, oh, me sitting here staring at my screen like while my chat goes isn't very invigorating. I have to talk the whole time.
It's a lot.
I'm bad
It's a lot
at
of
it.
spoons.
I forget that I'm
I
in
just-
Twitch chat constantly.
Yeah, it's like I need to talk to people, and then a lot of times I just like, again, I am a very outgoing person. When I'm in large calls or even just small calls, I enjoy sitting back and just doing my thing while other people converse, because it's like you get the comfortable, you get the people, and you get the social interaction, but you don't have to put anything into it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like a one-sided sort of thing, and it's very nice and convenient.
Yeah. Just the
True.
ability to be around, right? Like that's always good.
Mhm.
Wow.
Which Twitch streaming is the opposite. The audience gets that.
yeah, yeah. they do.
Yeah, you know, you got people have it sometimes.
So Bolt of Villains asks, this is a pretty standard question for him, for them. It's, if you could play as a monster in D&D, what would you choose and why?
Okay, so I have a thing for the classic, like typical D&D monsters, like gelatinous cubes
Nice.
and mimics and like those weird. I would kind of just want to be a gelatinous cube because you're just a non-coherent thinking thing that just kind of jiggles and sucks things into you, and then they die. I just think that's funny, but also mimics because it's like, oh look, a chest, maybe there's treasure. I'm gonna kill. Oh.
You just want to
What
jump
kind
scare.
of mimic would you be?
Can I say a tower mimic? I don't even know what a tower. I just know that tower mimics exist. I've never read their stat blocks. I know nothing about them. I just think the fact that there's a mimic so large out there that people could go up to it and be like, "Wow, look, a mysterious tower. Shall we investigate?" And then a mouth and teeth open up. Like, where does the mouth come out of? Does it split in half? Is it on the side? Is it just on the bottom? Are there eyes everywhere? Do you like go inside and there's a whole tower still inside of it?
I love that answer.
I love mimics.
It's like, which one do you want to be? The building-sized one, please.
The building. I want to be the
Gotta
building.
be large.
Can I pick the largest one, please?
Allow me to smash.
I'm the most ridiculous.
I'd
please,
like
'cause,
to smash.
like, so this one is a typical chest, right? But then there's also a barrel here, which this one I think has arms.
It does.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is, it kind of looks like a little puppy dog.
It kind of
It's
does.
actually very cute.
It's like, okay, so the way I see this one, you know Beauty and the Beast, the dog that gets turned into a foot cushion?
Yeah.
This is like the dog that gets turned into a barrel mimic.
A keg.
The rabid chihuahua.
That's a
The
dwarf
rabid
dog.
chihuahua.
It's a keg. It's gonna turn into a keg.
Keg boy.
Yeah, this thing is terrifying and I love it.
Terrifyingly adorable.
So maybe I'd be the keg mimic.
The keg.
The frat party.
Yeah, you end up killing a bunch of frat guys. Oh gosh.
There you go, actually.
There we go. Death Dealer 1837 asked, has there been a moment while playing that you had to stop, funny or sad?
The elephant moment in my first ever game. We were negotiating for the guy we were negotiating with was German, and keep in mind we were all very just intoxicated, and so we're all just going in the DM's face, and he goes, "F it, Fraulein, there's an elephant in the room." That was a Scottish accent. I'm bad at accents. And he just shouts over all of us as we're going, and I actually have that exact moment saved on my Snapchat memories. I don't know how, I just happened to be recording it, like, and I go back and watch it so much because it was just the moment where I was like, this is exactly what I want to be doing with every moment of my free time. There's just silly moments like that I absolutely love because they're just so just chaotic. And again, if things get too chaotic, it's like, just funny, enjoyable moments where you're having fun with friends. Because really, that's why I play. I like to have fun with people that I enjoy spending time with.
Sure.
So,
that's valid.
Athena asks a very important question to you and Josh's friendship. How do you feel about dwarves? There we go. Hold on. There we go. Yep, it's another me moment.
I know. So,
don't pay attention to the puppy dog, guys.
I honestly don't have that strong of an opinion on.
I'll take it. I've just stopped asking. I've just stopped asking.
I have a thing where I am a very short person. I'm about 5'2", 5'3". I have a thing where I like playing very tall, elegant people because that is the opposite of my existence. I don't want to play me. I want to play something fun. And tall equals fun in my brain. Gotcha, and dwarves are the opposite of tall and fun. Well, they're the opposite of tall, which means in my brain, they are the opposite of fun.
Yes.
Well, dwarves equal not fun.
I watched his heart die.
I'm just over here painting. I respect your opinion and perspective. It's a good one.
And he'll cry himself to sleep later.
I had an idea for a dwarf that I wanted to play.
Oh, tell us.
That was this middle-aged man who ran away from home. Who ran away from home because I just love my instruments. It's not just a phase. I want to play my instruments. And this dwarf who grew up in this mining colony. And everyone's like, what's wrong with, like, Goldbeard? That sounds like a pirate. Again, pirate kid. What's wrong with old dwarfy over there? Why won't he just take his axe and hack away at the coal? Why's he gotta play the flute while we're all trying to work?
That's really cute.
It's this dwarf who just wants to go out and perform.
That's soft as hell, though. I like that as a concept.
Right?
Reminds me of the elf that just wants to be a dentist. That's
yes!
Oh my god. You remember those movies?
Yeah. It's like one of my favorite movies.
Do you remember the New Year's Baby?
Oh, yeah.
Rudolph's like, you remember the New Year's Baby? Thank you.
Thank you.
I like how happy
that is all. Show it to some friends later.
Let's see. Merlin the Alchemist asked, "Are there any TTRPG systems that you would like to try?"
Yes,
Great
actually.
question.
I just bought the Call of Cthulhu Keeper's Guide.
Oh, snap.
And I am itching to play it. And now that I have a semi-normal work schedule, I'm definitely gonna get a group together to run a game of Call of Cthulhu, because I played it on a charity stream, but it was a very short little segment on the charity stream. And I got a taste for it, and I was instantly sucked in. And I think it's so cool. I love it. That being said, also Vampire the Masquerade, I really want to play. I love vampires. I think I'm gonna play it soon with Mike and some other people. I literally cannot wait.
I've been following your tweets on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna make an Instagram influencer vampire. You can't use
love
it
that.
anymore, and
So
I'm very excited.
That's amazing.
I love Call of Cthulhu because I'm the type of dungeon master that loves terrorizing people, and just like I once ran a one-shot that took place in the Feywild, but it was at like a music festival called Feychella, and it was actually in the Feywild, but they didn't know. And I just messed with them. Like one night they woke up and their tent was just hovering 5 inches off the ground for no reason.
Oh my god.
And like the potion seller, like one of the merchants was a potion seller who just like was hyped off on caffeine and like got all the potions mixed up, and she had no idea what any of them were, so they just had to kind of buy them and take them and see what they did. And I just messed with them the entire time. Then at the end of so you're summoned to this stage, and it's a courtroom, and there's a giant lady sitting on the throne in front of ya.
That's amazing. Oh.
Yeah, I like terrorizing people. I think it's funny. So I'm very excited to play Call of Cthulhu, because I like knowing what's going on when other people are just very scared and confused.
Fair. I enjoy hearing about what everybody's preferred DM style is and going, aha, okay.
Never play with me.
Okay.
I just like messing with people.
That's fair. That's valid.
Valid. Very valid.
Just a Singing Geek asked, do you have a favorite spell to use in game? Maybe a spell you pretty much always learn or prepare if it's available.
I haven't played a spell. Wait, who am I kidding? I'm playing a bard right now. I haven't played spellcasters in a while. This bard that I'm playing is the first in a while. I feel like I always go. I mean, Healing Word is always a solid if you can learn it.
It's really
I usually just kind of have that on the back end and take a D4 or whatever. Yes.
I play a bard who refuses to heal, so it's just great.
Oh, she doesn't really. So my bard is a not great person. She doesn't have it for other people. She really just keeps it for herself. She can just go, oh, I deserve that. A pat in the back for me. Here's a D4 me. And then I feel like I usually take Detect Thoughts if I can. That's another fun one. Fireball, of course. I once in a Curse of Strahd game, I once destroyed an entire village with my lawful good cleric of light of Lathander. She just kind of let a fireball loose and didn't think about it, and then killed everyone.
Ooh.
Oh my god, what happened?
And by that I mean I didn't think about it. She was a bit terrorized mentally for a little bit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just a tiny bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a smidgen.
So that's always a fun one. I'm now careful about when I use it. Unfortunately.
Those spells pack a punch.
Yeah.
Always read your spells radius.
Prestidigitation. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That word, I don't. That word is so many syllables.
As you may have learned today, I do not word well, so.
You're wording just fine. You got this.
Thank you.
Volta Villains asked, if you had a willing group, what would be your ultimate cosplay theme?
Honestly, I would love
That's
to
a great question.
get I mean, obviously, like, I want a full Mighty Nine or, like, Vox Machina group, super decked out, and it'd be really cool, and, like, whatnot. But I really want to get a group together of people that I play D&D with and all cosplay our D&D character, like our party together. We can get the DM in there. They can be in like a robe and like have a book or whatever in the background.
Josh, I'd make you a flannel robe. It's okay.
Yay, flannel robe!
Yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. I've never cosplayed an OC outside of the tickety talks.
Yeah.
So I feel like that would be cool. Another one. So I mentioned the Homestuck earlier. I still really want to get a group together to do the Ancestors, just because that was a dream of mine as a baby cosplayer, and now I have the ability to actually do it with my sewing and everything. So just to fulfill 15-year-old Kate's wildest dreams in cosplay, that the whichever one it is.
Look at me now sort of thing.
Yeah, look at me! This was, like, I dreamed about doing this when I first got into cosplaying it now. I never thought I would really be able to sew or pattern or do any of the things I do now. So then getting to do it would just kind of feel really good. It's like when the other day, I put on a Dipper Pines cosplay.
I saw that.
So
I
good.
love Dipper Pines with all of my heart. And it wasn't a very hard thing to do. I got a t-shirt and a vest and a hat and I put it on. And then I like instantly started crying when I put on the hat just because of how much it meant to me and how much it would have meant to me years ago. Something like
That's
that.
so
would be
cute.
really cool.
I had that moment with
Winx
Sailor
Club!
Mercury. Winx would be so good.
Winx Club!
But like the not whatever they did on Netflix because I refused to watch it.
I'm gonna admit I actually really enjoyed it.
I've heard it would be great if it wasn't supposed to be Winx. Like, I've heard it's a good show if you don't have any idea what Winx was.
It's a good trashy teen show, and I love trashy teen shows and currently binging the Vampire Diaries. Like, it is right up my alley. And it's a terrible Winx show. I just had to dissociate it from the loves of my childhood. I really want to be Stella.
I've heard it's very similar to, like, I attributed it to, like, how I think the Hobbit movie, like, if I want to go watch The Hobbit, I go watch, like, the 70s animated Hobbit. I don't watch the movies that they made, because that's, like, The Hobbit, The Silmarillion, and some bullshit all mixed into one. Like, I don't watch that if I think The Hobbit.
I know,
but they're good movies if you don't think about it.
The Rings.
Well,
I'm a fake nerd. Mike made me watch all three of them. I
You're
enjoyed
not a
them.
fake nerd.
You're not fake for not
How
having one
dare
fandom
you.
under your belt.
That's fair.
You're
I
an
just
excellent
mostly just say that
nerd.
as a joke.
And
Thank you!
Sorry.
Thanks. I think I'm a good nerd.
You are. No gatekeeping here.
Look,
We
look,
don't-
I'm
we
on
don't-
a D&D show. I'm
don't
cool.
do it.
You are cool.
We
I'm
don't do
being
that here.
interviewed.
You're the coolest.
Let's... Sorry, I was looking through questions.
You're
Just
good.
a Singing Geek asked, do your characters tend to have a personality pretty similar to yours, have a few similarities or a few big differences, or mainly differ from real life you? Yeah?
So all of my characters tend to be complete idiots, whether they think they are or not, whether intentionally or not. The one exception is my College of Whispers bard. She is, I like to think of her as Littlefinger from Game of Thrones. The rest of them are just idiots because I'm an idiot and I don't want to have to roleplay someone that's smarter than me. Even my character who was supposed to be really smart, my wizard, went ahead and agreed to marry Strahd and got herself turned into a vampire because she was curious. So, like, that's a pretty stupid thing. Like, why would you agree to go with Strahd? That's not gonna end well, my dude.
He's so
She was like,
dreamy.
But he's pretty and he has books. And I like books. Okay, cool. Gonna go get off Mary now. He put a ring on it. And then she was drugged and woke up in his tower and went, maybe not.
Oh, bad. Oh, no.
She was drugged and woke up in the room and went, mistake. And then it was too late. They also tend to be pretty cocky.
Hmm.
I just think it's fun. Again, charismatic. They can be like, so sure of themselves, even though they have no idea what's going on and are bumbling through life. They just pretend they have it together, because that's what I learned. You pretend you have it together and other people think you do.
Fake it till you make it. I like when you go through with your D&D characters and you go, I didn't give them enough of or I didn't give them my personality. And then you continue along the lines with the character and you go, whoops.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, that looks a lot like me.
I actively try to make characters that are nothing like me, and then they're exactly like me.
Yeah. You start out being like, here's the opposite of what I am. And then they develop and you're like, ooh, I gave them some hidden levels in there.
This never happens to me. Never, ever, ever.
For sure. Okay. See Josh on Off the Rails on Friday. 7 p.m. Eastern.
Soft boys!
Soft boy and a dwarf.
Yeah, and a dwarf. Yep.
I won't be able to handle when I meet Josh in person and he's tall. I'm gonna be like, it's just
wait, are you tall?
He's very tall.
Nearly 6 feet. Just under.
Yeah, but you think because he acts and looks like a dwarf that you're like, nah, you're gonna be tiny. So.
Wait, okay, I have a serious question. What color are this mimic's teeth?
I think they should be neon green. No,
or
I'm
not
kidding.
teeth, I mean eyes.
Eyes.
Ooh, that's good.
Good questions.
Maybe like...
Chat, give me your input. What should the eyes be?
Oh, that's good. Ask chat. Chat.
Ask chat.
This is an
I
important
don't trust
decision.
Josh or Parker. Chat, give me.
Tell us, chat.
Random strangers that I've never talked to before, give me answers rather than the people I talk to on occasion.
I love your nails, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, they're blue and they're long and it makes it hard to do a lot of things.
That's awesome.
While we're thinking about what color these eyes should be, Just a Singing Geek asked, what's your favorite moment in game that resulted from a critical success and or failure?
Good question.
I would be able to answer that if I had the memory larger than goldfish.
Fair.
I feel like there's been some pretty epic nat 20s that have happened. Specifically using my grog dice, I have the Vox into d20s and always rolls me nat 20s. And I've definitely like cheered for that a couple of times. Some nat 1s have happened. I don't know.
Decisions are hard, man.
Yeah.
I just usually throw it in the dice jail if it and then forget. I'm so sorry. There's definitely been some epic moments. I'm terrible at remembering specifics.
I tend to do the same thing.
Always forget what role got me that, especially when you get into like later game where you can start to like add your modifier and be over 20. Like you start losing track of where it is unless it's like a very specific thing. I think I rolled a nat 20 for when we were negotiating for the Falling Star for the boat, but that I don't even actually know if that's true. Like I don't know. Your answers for the color are currently blue, purple, light blue, 2 red, yellow, and then 1 gold, 1 emerald.
Ooh.
That is a lot of different colors.
That's
Wait,
a lot.
How many eyes does it have? 2, 3. Okay, so it only has 4 eyes.
4 eyes.
So you have blue. You have 2 for blue, 1 purple, 1 yellow, 2 red, and then 1 gold, 1 emerald. So.
Okay, I'm kind of feeling purple because there's a lot of yellow and gold on this. So I think I'm going to go purple. Whoever said that. Thank you.
Perfect. That was Goth Zelda.
Thank you, Goth Zelda.
Well done, Goth Zelda.
Just a Singing Geek has adapted their question to any favorite moments that just stick out in your memory. Whether or not whatever role. So like a favorite moment you've had.
Okay, so this was a pretty heavy hitting moment. I play in a game called Gods. We just ended our first campaign. It's streamed. It was streamed on Schooner or later, but it's now breaking up into 2 separate games. One will be played on that same channel. The other one will be played on The Show's a Mimic, where it got a lot for the DM to handle on with that many players because I bullied my way into the game. And so we're splitting off. We just finished the game. I play a daughter of Nemesis, who the class was like made for me essentially. And the class was very high risk, high reward. And I did something. I basically pulled luck and fate to me, but then it kind of backfired. Like there was a price for it later on. And one of our, I mean, as far as I know that he's not dead, but one of a very important NPC actually died. Or we thought he died because of it. Like, that was the price for what my character did. And it hit her so hard. And like, I was actually crying because here's this character who's like scared to even use her powers because of what they might do to the people around her. And there was another time in the epilogue we just did, she actually, like, her mom ended up popping up after when she was back at camp, and they had a conversation, and she asked if her brother Ethan Nakamura, who is a canon character in Percy Jackson, was in Elysium. And she found out he had made it to Elysium, and she was okay.
Oh,
and all that. And just a lot of moments with that character have hit me in the feels, and it's very heavy emotionally, which is why I'm hanging her up in the closet for the next campaign. I'm playing a bimbo daughter of Poseidon. The next one, I need a break. But like, it made me so happy playing her. The DM Obsidian Olive Aaron is absolutely amazing, and I'm so thankful for everything he got me to do with that character, because it was just really cool getting to explore a character that in depth emotionally.
that is
Aaron is
amazing.
Shazam is awesome too.
Yeah, Vault of Villains. I guess these nails are Bim's blue. Not gonna lie.
Oh,
I didn't do that intentionally, but they are Bim's blue.
Oh, Bimsy boy.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's the closest version of him that I can find. I have 4 more on this desk, but
the one that's within
the closest
reach.
one in reach is that one. Is the original Bims. The Dice Bims.
Dice Bims, Parker painted and all.
Aww.
Yeah. The very first thing I ever painted. I should really do it again.
The one and only.
The one and only. Got Zelda asked, and then I think this will be the last question. It's just a fun little question, but Kate, is that an Onward shirt?
Yes, thank you for noticing. So I love Onward. It's actually maybe my favorite Pixar besides Cars. I have very weird taste. I'm sorry.
I think you mean good when you say weird.
That's true. Most people are like, my favorite movie is Toy Story. Mine is Finding Nemo, and I'm like, Cars. Give me the Cars. The movie that's targeted towards 2-year-old boys. And I really loved Onward. It hit heavy for a lot of like personal life things. And then also D&D,
Yeah.
D&D, and this shirt
really good.
is actually a little boy's shirt, and it didn't come in adult sizes, so I got an extra large and prayed for the best. And I just have to roll up the sleeves because they're a little short. Otherwise, it fits. It's a Quest of Yore shirt. It's really cool. And like on this side, on this side, it has like fake logo of Quest of Yore, like Advanced Players Guide, and there's like the little logo that makes the game.
That's cute.
There's something on the shoulder. There's not like, this is the cover of what would be like the player's handbook with the wizard guy.
That's very cute.
That's so good. So
right? I love that movie so much.
It's so good.
I have a list of cosplays that I want to do that I'm never going to touch because I'm terrible at things. But one of those is the dad from. Yeah.
You have to. You can't say that and then not do it.
I took a picture of the photo with him with the glasses, like doing the derpy face, and it is like 1-to-1.
You need to do it now. I body paint, and my brother looks just like, his name is Ian, isn't it? The tall one. Yeah, that's also my brother's name.
Ian is the magical one.
Yeah, my brother looks like him, except obviously not blue, and his name is Ian. So I messaged him when the movie came out, and I was like, I'm gonna paint you blue, and you're gonna cosplay this.
Mm-hmm.
No escape.
Like, that's what's gonna happen. And he was like, oh, cool, sounds fun.
Oh, good brother.
I did a little, basically my Jester cosplay, I did a little Ian cosplay, and
I think I saw that too.
Yeah. God, it was so cute.
Yeah.
Genius.
All right, we are right at the end of our hour, everybody. Do you want to show off what you guys have been painting?
I didn't. Mine's very wet.
I've made so much less progress than I was hoping, but that's okay. So.
Oh my gosh, it looks so cute.
Look at that baby. I love the gold.
That's adorable.
Yeah, thank you.
Here's the twin.
Ooh.
He's
Ooh, that's scary.
Parker, do you want to show yours off, or are you just not feeling that?
He's just itty bitty.
He looks so good, though. I love the red.
Yeah, he's just a little red pixie with little orange wings. He's very cute.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. Well, Kate, where can people find you? Tell us again. One more
Again?
time.
Oh,
Yeah.
geez.
Again.
Do I remember?
Do I
Seriously, do I
recall?
remember? Seriously, do I remember? Okay, so you can find me on Instagram, Twitter at Cloudykate, TikTok at cloudy.kate, Twitch at cloudy_K8, because Cloudy with the name Kate was taken. And
Like a skateboarder.
Yeah.
Social media. Yeah, like a cool hip 2000 skateboarder.
Yeah.
Do you have a link tree on your Instagram?
I do. I have a beacons on all of my social media, so if you manage to find me on one, you can find me on the rest.
And the Twee, our wonderful mods are putting them all in chat now, too, for you.
Yep.
Oh, thank you guys.
Because they're so good. They do all of this. We don't tell them. They just go out and find it. They're amazing.
Oh man, they're amazing. Thank you. Yeah, and then you can again on Wednesday and Sunday here on Twee because y'all are getting out of here.
Nope. It's Kate Week.
It's Kate Week. It is Kate Week. Most channels have Shark Week. We have Kate Week.
We have Kate Week.
It's basically the same energy.
Yeah.
I can like jump out of into frame going, ah! I'll do it.
Perfect.
I'll get you those good shots.
I love it. I love everything about that.
You know what I'm going to do when we're done with this? Photoshop Kate over Jaws.
Into a Shark Week.
And that's going on social.
I'll give you a picture to do it.
Yes!
That'll be great.
We need this. Okay. Oh. Well, thanks again, Kate. And
Thank you
hanging
for
out.
having me. This is so much fun.
oh, it was a blast. All right, everybody. Bye. Thank you to our amazing mods as always. And we will raid somebody shortly. There's some cool channels playing some D&D. So stay with us for just a moment. Bye.
Bye.